From the outside, people would have thought Scarlett Emerson lived a charmed life. She was the youngest daughter of multi-billionaire tech moguls, raised in a mansion the size of a hotel, with maids who ironed her bedsheets and a driver who waited outside her elite private school. Her closet was filled with designer clothes, her birthday parties were headlined by celebrities, and she had flown in private jets more times than she could count. But Scarlett would have traded it all just to feel seen. At 17, Scarlett didn't look like her two older sisters, Vivienne and Elara, both tall, lean, and impossibly beautiful, with glossy hair and flawless skin. They modeled for fashion brands and graced magazine covers. Their faces were what the media called picture perfect, the kind of perfect that made photographers zoom in, the kind that made Scarlett shrink into herself. She had always been the bigger one, the soft one, the girl with round cheeks and a fuller figure who got polite smiles from stylists and condescending glances from her own mother. "Scarlett, you'd look so lovely if you just lost a little weight," her mom had said one morning, sipping her green juice while staring at her like she was a broken mirror. Vivienne and Elara had chuckled softly, like it was just a fact of life. Scarlett said nothing, but the words wrapped around her ribs like thorns. She never felt like she belonged in the photos her family posted online, so she stopped showing up in them. Eventually, people began to forget she even existed. In every headline, her parents had two stunning daughters. Scarlett was never mentioned. Even at charity galas where she was dressed in expensive gowns and forced to smile, people treated her like an accessory. Some mistook her for an assistant. Others whispered as if her weight was a betrayal of her genes. But the worst part was the silence at home. Her father only spoke to her about grades. Her mother only noticed her when she wore something unflattering. Her sisters barely looked at her unless they needed someone to film their TikToks or fetch a forgotten purse. She was surrounded by wealth, gold-plated walls, sprawling gardens, and art that cost more than houses. But none of it felt warm. Her room, while decorated in marble and silk, was her only safe place. It was the only room where she could cry without someone telling her to fix her face. She spent her nights sketching designs in her notebooks, clothes for girls like her, big girls, soft girls, beautiful girls with belly rolls and thick thighs and laughter that filled rooms. It was the one thing that made her feel alive. But no one knew that part of her. No one asked. Until the night of the Emerson Summer Gala. Scarlett wasn't invited to be in the official family portrait. Again, she stood off to the side in a black dress that hugged her curves, her curls pulled back in a low bun. She looked stunning, actually, but no one noticed. Until someone did. A boy in a pressed suit, with eyes that didn't flicker away from her like everyone else's. He approached her with a glass of water and said, "You look like you don't belong here, but you're the only real person in this whole place." Scarlett blinked. That was the moment things started to change. Not because of a boy, but because someone finally saw her. And maybe, just maybe, she was ready to start seeing herself.